I'm not even kidding there. I was fully painted green. My full face, my neck, my chest, my
she was like
green. I was. I'll show you a photo.
She was green. Like she was alpha.
This, this is the slang
she
that
was
I don't
Alfie.
know.
No, but no, I was
green.
Green. You're like,
oh,
no.
So you were trying to have just a normal chat like that
whilst green.
whilst completely
So
green.
this was a collaboration with MAC Cosmetics.
I mean, slay though. You did a great job.
He's green on a Wednesday. I am.
How far up was your green arm?
Oh, probably to about here.
Halfway up the forearm.
Do you know
guys?
what though? My cuticles were green for about 4 or 5 days. I couldn't get them unstained. It looked hideous. It looked really nasty.
Let's see if you can see.
Green.
Nikkia's green.
Yep. Alpha bar.
Alpha bar.
You give me a brief, I'll meet it.
But you know what's good is
I
your
bumped that.
melting balm takes it right off.
I posted a video. Did you see?
Yeah.
I posted a video and literally
straight off.
Yep, straight off.
Nikkia has this product that
Cosmetic brand.
Yes, but one of her products is a melting balm that takes off your makeup.
It's like a cleanser.
And straight away off.
Love
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'll get around that.
I'll get around that.
Because I don't like to wipe it all off. I like
No.
to just get in the shower
Nah.
Straight away.
and it's
Nah.
off.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's good about this because you know how like a lot of like balm cleansers, oil cleansers, they leave like a residue and you got to wipe it off. This bit of water turns to a milk, rinses off. Like nothing on the skin.
Beautiful.
All your makeup gone.
Beautiful.
And on that note,
Welcome,
Yeah.
Nikkia.
thank you. It's lovely to be here.
This is Live and Let Be.
With Liv and B. We're so excited to have you.
So excited we've actually kicked it off with some champagne.
We did that.
Yeah.
We did do that.
We did
It's
do that.
December. It's
Yeah.
fitting.
And it's
I got a bit excited.
Tuesday, so
Oh, no.
gosh.
Don't remind us. We're in the present moment, Nikkia. We don't need to know that it's a
Time
weekday.
does not exist. Limit does not exist.
Every day is a champagne day at Christmas time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
agree.
True.
That's
It
what I
did-
do
it
love
did-
about the festive season.
It did feel
You
right.
can get away with more, can't
Yeah.
you? Yeah. You
Yeah.
can be more spicy and people won't frown at you.
Get
So
away
true.
with it. We've been looking forward to this for a while.
Oh, yay. Screaming in the background.
So B and Nikkia actually have a mutual connection, and that is
Miss Universe Australia.
We do. We
yeah.
can call it our meet cute. That's how
Yeah.
we started dating.
Yeah.
the what? The meet.
Meet cute. So that's like when you like the cute story of how you meet a guy. It's called like a meet, cute.
It sounds like a butcher.
I mean, love that for you.
No, like in movies where they meet,
meet
at a
cute.
random
Yeah.
cafe or something. That's their meet cute.
Wow.
Have you ever heard this?
Never heard it.
That was our meet cute.
It was.
So to
Cute.
give everyone that's listening a little backstory. So I did the Miss Universe Australia pageant this year and Nikkia owns a cosmetic company. So she was one of the sponsors for
I
the
was, yes.
for the program. And we didn't meet until the first trip, hey. It was the first.
No, well, because I was only at the Victorian event, so I actually hadn't bumped into you until we were in
Like
Vietnam.
7 months in
Yeah.
or something.
Uh,
Was that right
it
at
was
the
a
end?
while in.
I think it was, no, it was only, probably 4 or 5 months in.
4 or 5 months in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd already been doing like a fair bit, like before we ran and we ran into each other. Yes, we did. It was excellent.
It was so
great.
fun.
It was great.
Mm.
Do you want me to tell the story?
Yeah, you
or
tell
would
the
like to
story.
tell the story.
You tell the story.
Was it like the welcoming night, or was it a different
welcoming night? No, I think
like
it was
welcoming party? There were so many events that week that I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa! It's all kind of like blurred into one. It was a drinks event, sort of a thing. Like it was a drinks event.
Yeah.
It was a pool party,
Yes.
and I remember we were standing at all these little tables like up near the bar and preface this with I'd had a baby and I'd not really had any alcohol for like quite some time, breastfeeding, you know, the whole thing. So I think I'd had like one champagne and I was kind of spicy. Like
Kind of spicy.
you came over and another girl came over and you were like literally,
Oh no.
hey, what's up?
I'm like, who looks like fun? Who looks like fun?
On the radar.
Who looks like a good time? No.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that as a massive compliment.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. And then we had some drinks.
Yeah.
And then we ended up in the pool.
We did. We were the first ones in the pool.
We were the first ones in the pool. I actually think you were the first one in the pool.
Yeah.
I was the second one in the pool because I was like, well, she's in.
You have to come in.
Seems like a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was margaritas, which were not spicy, but we were spicy.
Yeah.
I will say. And then we ended up playing like drinking games.
Never have I ever.
Never have I ever.
Yeah. I think that was the bonding moment.
Yeah, because I was like, she gets me.
Yeah.
She knows
Yeah.
that
And one
I'm
of the
trouble
girls-
and she's trouble.
Yeah. And I'll never forget, one of the other girls was in the pool with us and she just dropped this bomb of a story. Like someone,
we were like,
yeah, someone we love to this day, but
adore her.
you would
her.
never, like, looking at her, she just looks so innocent, so sweet, and she dropped this absolute
banger of a story.
banger of a story, and I was just like,
You? What?
Whoa.
You what?
yeah, and there was just like maybe 4 of us that were playing the game, so
Yeah.
it was really intimate and so fun. And then since then,
She made me seem very vanilla and
Yeah.
I'm not that vanilla.
no, I know,
That game always,
brings out,
yes,
It brings it out
reveals
in
it
you.
all.
So we were in the
Yeah.
pool for, it was like a few hours.
till our hands were going wrinkly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we bonded.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, it was,
Yeah.
we had a moment.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
It was good.
Yeah, then since then we had the rest of the week together. So
Together.
then we'd
Mhm.
keep seeing each other, chatting,
Yeah.
familiar face, and
Mhm.
the person I'd look at and be like, I can go to her.
You can come to me for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was
You
good.
still can, just so you know.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm like, me too. Yeah.
Of course you can.
But yeah, I wonder why do you think
Mm-hmm.
we got along straight away?
I just found you to be so easy to chat to. You were such a good time. You've got so much spunk about you. I like a bit of spunk.
Spunk.
Yeah, you do.
Spunk.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard that since like my dad saying spunk.
Oh,
He
really?
used to always be like, "God, spunk."
You do though. You do. You've got like an edge. You're a good time. Babe, you're a good time. And I like a good time in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I think and especially in that environment, it's easy to, think that you can't, be yourself because that might be
Yeah.
taken a different way, or everyone's trying to be very,
By the book.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we got along, was we were being ourselves, and
yeah.
we weren't being anything crazy, but
I could tell you were being yourself. Like you were
Yeah.
being true to you and like authentic, and because you can see it when someone's and like being that I was, part of the selection committee, like part of like the judging panel, I guess you could say, people weren't always that authentic around me because they're like, oh, I better be on my best behavior.
yeah.
But I was like, she's down for a good time and I like it.
And it worked. Paid off.
It did pay. Well, look at us now.
Yeah.
Look at us now.
Yeah. But yeah, I can understand how everyone would be like, oh, I need to go chat with one of the judges and
Yes.
be really
Yeah.
polite and this and that because they're judging me all the time.
Mm.
And I thought that too, but I'm also like, I'm not going to
You're going to still be normal.
not be myself,
Yeah.
or, if we get along, we get along.
Yeah.
And in that environment, it's a pool party. It's encouraged to sort of let your hair down a little bit just to bond and connect. So for you to want to go into that experience
Yeah.
and enjoy it,
Yeah.
that would have rubbed off better.
I honestly feel like if I was even like some random guest at the hotel,
Yeah.
we still would have found each other.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's so true.
I don't think it mattered
No,
that
it
we were
didn't
there
have
for the
anything
same thing or
So true.
No.
There's definitely those magnetic connections that are inevitable to like find each other.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
We just need to spend more time together. I need to come to the Gold Coast more.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I will.
Soon, next year,
I
you'll
will.
be a local.
I'll bring the baby.
Yes.
Yes.
Bring the baby. Liv's clucky. Liv's clucky, guys.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier that you've been feeling
Oh,
clucky.
don't tell everyone.
Gosh. Oh,
Soon.
gosh.
Can't wait. But yeah, so you met like that.
Mhm.
But first of all, what made you want to be a part of it? Because that was your first year being a judge, hey?
First year ever being involved in any capacity. Didn't really know anything about the program, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like prior.
Have you ever watched?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I mean, I was aware of it.
Yeah.
Like I knew about it. I knew some girls who had done like Miss World and a couple of the other pageants, like Erin Holland.
Yeah.
Adore Erin. Like she's just beautiful.
Yeah.
I knew that she had sort of been involved in like pageantry kind of stuff, and I'd kind of learned about it through that, but I had no idea what I was in for. And I just really, I was really attracted to, and I found it, I don't know, for me, I wanted to help people. Like being someone who's, you know, I've started my own business and I've worked like online, like I've seen sort of what goes down and what's involved, and being able to help other women on that journey, it's special to me. Like, and I found it really attractive to be able to, just like back you guys and like help teach you like really what you're in for kind of a thing. Yeah, that's probably the most attractive thing that I found about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And initially, were you brought on as a sponsor or as just a sole judge? Like, how does it really work in the background?
Yeah. So I initially signed up as a sponsor. So obviously I've got my own makeup line.
Yeah.
And they were looking for a makeup sponsor, and the director of makeup for the program approached me, and she was like, hey, like, because she already used our products, which is, you know, such a compliment to me, honestly. Like I'm always like, oh my God, like I get really excited still. She used our setting powders, loved them, and had been sort of trying to get into contact with me. Like, this would be, you know, I think you'd be really good for the program. I think it'd be really good if you came on board. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know much about it. I don't know, you know, and especially like with my career separate to the brand kind of a thing, it was like, oh, like, is it a good idea? Like, I wasn't really sure. Had dinner with her, and then had dinner with the owner of the program, and sort of was like, yeah, you know what, let's give it a go. Let's see if we can, really support these women. And so I was sort of a sponsor, but then also a judge and kind of like an ambassador for it as well a little bit.
So
like,
was that the
mentor?
Yeah. Was that the roll-on effect after this dinner? So in this one dinner, enough conversation was had to then sort of make your role a hybrid role of all these different things?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. So my husband Brandon was there, so he runs the brand sort of from the back end. Like, he's literally in charge of everything. He was there at the dinner as well, and he was asking all the nitty-gritty questions.
Yeah.
I was like,
You're just there having the cocktails.
Fetch me another.
She loves my makeup. He's like, so
yeah, and Brandon is like brutal.
Yeah.
Like, I would not want to be on the other side of the table to that man. I would not. So he sort of, he sussed out like the nitty gritties, like, you know, ironed out the fine print type stuff.
Yeah.
And he was, I guess, comfortable in lending the brand to the program. And I always trust anything that he believes in as well.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
So does it work how like every sponsor is straight away a judge?
No.
Okay.
So I found that out sort of through the program, because I sort of assumed like, and during initial conversations it was like, oh no, you'll definitely be a judge. You'll definitely be like a panel member. Yeah. Help with the selection and stuff. But no, I think it depends on level of involvement. Yeah. And perhaps, like your ability to sort of show up as well. Yeah. But no, if you're a sponsor, you're not automatically a panel member. No. Okay. And there were people on the panel that weren't sponsors as well. So
yeah, okay.
It was very varied. Yeah, quite varied.
Yeah. Yeah, so from then, so you got signed up there.
Yep.
Initially, so for you and I guess your business, your goal is to put your brand into the hands of us, who at that time was, I think there was about, 30 of us girls?
Well, when I signed on, there was more than 100.
Oh, wow.
So it was
you did
early stages.
Yeah.
So the state finals, I think there was like about 30 from each state or something at that point.
Yes, that's true.
We put the order through to the warehouse. We were like, oh, you need to send literally all these packages overnight. They were like, excuse me, what?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So it was very, very early on. But then obviously, as you know, we selected at each of the state finals a smaller group.
Mm-hmm.
And then we worked closely with the top 30.
30.
It was 32. Was it 32? 31?
Oh,
I feel like it was
I feel
more
like there's a
than
bit
30.
more, this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 31.
Yeah, I think 31.
Something like that.
There was only one in my eyes.
Oh, that's what you should say.
That was cute.
Thanks.
I love that. No. I'm witnessing love.
Aw. Yeah, and then any sponsor's goal really is you're going into that being like, okay, can this level up my brand? If yes, or you think you see the potential in it being able to level up the brand, then yes. So that would have been a factor. But obviously then you saw the mentor side, which you do amazing at. So you're like, I want to be with the girls and help them get through this process, because for some girls it is quite full on. You know, if you've never been in that environment before, I can imagine there were some girls.
It's a lot of pressure for you guys.
Yeah.
You handle pressure beautifully. Some, there are a lot of people that would not be able to handle pressure like you do.
Did you have anyone in Vietnam that was struggling, or
Yes.
you had to have a chat with?
Yeah. There were a couple. And I remember what it was like when I started my career. And you would know with social media as well. It's so much pressure when you first start. You just don't, and even one tiny little negative comment can be enough to knock you off for a whole day, a whole week even. And I just really, I wanted to be able to help other people not have to go through what I went through.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing with social media.
Yeah, all the overthinking.
Yes.
And just focus on what they
Yeah.
can control and what is beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there were definitely, and I help as much as I possibly can, with anyone. And I was always very if you need anything, please come to me. I don't want you to suffer. I don't want you to struggle, because the immense amount of pressure that you guys had to go through is insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Those walking workshops.
I loved it.
Oh, see?
It was so
Confidence.
fun.
Confidence. I have amazing videos of you walking.
Oh, God.
Strapping her thing, looking so good.
Yeah, it was
But
fun.
In terms of, being a sponsor, it's exposure. You're exchanging money for exposure. That's the whole thing. It's transactional as far as that goes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then us girls are essentially
Vessels for that.
yes. And again, people that aren't in the industry, that don't know, I guess if you're not
You're doing good.
I'm
She's
getting
doing
there.
good.
If you're not in the industry, you wouldn't know what you should be getting compensated for that type of work, because at the end of the day, we had about how many sponsors? I think it was 10 to 15.
There was a lot of
if
sponsors.
not more.
Yeah, there was a lot of sponsors.
And the deliverables for that were X amount. So, then you have some girls who were doing more than what they needed to, because they thought, if I do more, they're going to see me more, which I can understand. You think the brands are going to be like, oh, she's got initiative and X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
Whereas she's beneficial in more ways because she's pulling in exposure for our sponsors, and then in turn that works better for the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, when you understand what I guess you should be getting paid for those types of things.
It might not sit that fairly.
Yeah.
Even as I don't really know that much about the competition, but from an outside perspective, seeing the saturation of content for the sponsors immediately to me was not authentic. And when you have been in the industry and you do know how you should be compensated, and you know the value of things and putting your identity on things, you can very clearly see that something's not right. Something's missing.
Yeah.
I guess the give and the take is sort of in a grey area.
Yeah. And that's from you as an outsider that wasn't even in there. So
involved,
so I can see how that, anyone that isn't in it would be like, oh, you're getting hit with all this.
Yeah, and it's sorry to I just saw you both just go to talk.
No.
I think that there's a way. I think it's sad for me as a outsider to see all these girls in a position where they have the opportunity to create this organic, fun content.
The thing that I found with it too was because the content was not overly organic and the way that it was set up, it sort of was not worth it. Yeah. Like it didn't really make too much sense. And it would have been good to sort of have more of an opportunity to brief as well. Like we'll get to know you guys a little bit better and be able to sort of chat about like what kind of content, would convert or would perform or that would work organically for your vibe, your style.
Yeah.
That probably would have, made it less like jarring, like how you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
There even should have been a workshop of how to show up on your social media platform because a lot of the girls don't have, a platform.
They're just brand new. They're brand new.
Like there should have been a specific one on what do you want to show the people that are following you? What qualities do you take pride in? How can we translate that into content and so
it's the tricky one because at the end of the day I don't know, they just want I think it's easy when the girls don't have a lot of knowledge around it because then they'll just post whatever. And I guess in the background, again, someone who is in social media, I remember I'd come to you and be like, oh, X, Y, and Z, I have to do this many deliverables. And you're like, that seems like a bit much. And I would then just stick to what I really had to do.
Yeah.
And that wasn't because
you would do enough.
I would do what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And that was it. But I'm not going to then do a whole other day of having to do X amount of reels when I know the usage in that. They're going to use that for how many years when I don't even know really what that's going towards. Yeah.
Yep.
That could be for 6 months. It could be for a year. It could be 2, 3, fucking 5 years. Like who knows?
Yeah.
And then in this phase of my life, say in another 5 years, I'm at this level and they're still using content from today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that fair? Like I don't know if that's fair.
That's so easily swept under the rug though when you have girls going into a competition, trusting the people directing it.
Yeah.
And then accepting these deliverables in the hopes that that's going to propel them further into a competition.
Yeah.
I think it's just a shame that there's so much opportunity for empowerment and true, genuine growth and connection. And what you see on social media isn't any of that.
Yeah.
Like it should be a competition that girls want to join because they're looking for that connection and that growth and that empowerment. And yes, they probably are.
Yeah.
But to someone who's just come across content from Miss Universe, all you see is these girls doing ads.
Yeah.
Ads for the sponsors.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem there's like the morals and the values are kind of like hard to find.
Yeah.
I guess the thing with the content too though is like if you guys weren't making content for the sponsors, what would make a sponsor sign on as a sponsor?
Yeah.
Like what would they be? I guess it has to be some sort of exchange.
Yeah,
I
of
wonder what
course.
they would. Yeah.
I think it would be more of a, for example, they could do a full backstage thing, say for the makeup, right? And like an interview going around asking the girls questions about them and then they've got the products there or it's like a little pause and it's more interactive and natural of a natural integration of why the sponsors are beneficial to the competition and vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just so many more creative ways to do it rather than, hey, girls, you're doing this competition. Now you have to start using all these new things that you've never used before.
And making content using them.
Not to say, they hadn't used things before, but that's how it comes across. And now there's just different ways you can get creative.
Yeah. How many pieces of content did you have to make? Like off the top of your head, do you remember?
I think it was like each one was about, I don't know. It was like at least one post, one reel, one story per
sponsor. Yeah.
Each. Yeah. So for states and then for nationals, it picked up a bit because that was a smaller amount. So obviously we had to do a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's I think always going to be the case. Like in something like that, they're not really, like you said, if a sponsor's joining, that is why they're joining. So they are expecting X amount.
Yeah.
And there could be.
It's sort of a bit hard for both sides, isn't it, really? Like, it's tough for you guys and it's, tough for the sponsors.
Yeah. But I guess so how did you find the Vietnam trip in total, like in a whole? Was it what you expected it to be? Did you get out of it what you sort of wanted to?
To be honest, I was actually a little apprehensive going into it because never being involved with a pageant, I honestly expected it to be really bitchy.
Okay.
Like I expected there to be a lot of drama go down between all the girls and like it be very catty and no sense of community or anything. But the one thing that I did find was that you were all so like I feel like, and whether or not it was the particular year and the particular group, but everybody got along really, really well.
Yeah.
And were very like welcoming and very it was obviously being a sponsor and it being known that I was a sponsor, it changes the dynamics as you can imagine, like because people are obviously trying to, get on your good side. Like why wouldn't you, like it makes sense. Changes the dynamic a little bit. But I genuinely was like, oh, like these girls are legends. Like they're so much fun. They're so nice. Whereas I expected people to be really standoffish and they weren't. Yeah, that's probably like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It was very like your schedule. Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Do you remember I came to your morning like sunrise beach shoot? I still got footage of you on my phone of you doing your thing. Sunrise. She looked so hot. Oh my God. She looked amazing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I was like, there's certain people like whose shoots that I want to go to make sure I can support them. You're one of them. But your schedule, oh my God. And it was down to the minute. It was down to the minute. Like
it was.
Full on week.
Yeah, I remember you showed me like they have literally lined everything up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you pee here, you eat here, you shoot here. Like it was mad,
But again, I get, you're right in the way that everyone did really get along, and I found that too. The group we had, they all were so lovely. Like there was, we were lucky in that way.
Yeah,
and the schedule, they're setting you up. I guess if you win, then the big comp is even more full on. So I get why they did that too. But what happened then? So then we went.
Was it exhausting? Like genuinely, was Vietnam exhausting? Or did you handle it pretty okay?
I was okay. Yeah, I was okay. I feel like, I was pretty organized. Like I don't know. I don't think I just don't stress about the little things too much.
Just get it done.
Yeah. And then there's other people who are like, we got to be here at dinner. It's so like this amount, and I heard people were very full on with the schedule.
Yeah.
And whereas I'm like, oh yeah, cool, 5:30, cool, done. Like it was pretty, I found it quite easy.
Yeah, all over it.
Yeah. But,
Good on you. What about all the dinners and all the outfits? Maybe there was like a different theme. And
I feel like if you have your fits locked in,
you're good to go.
It's just easy. Yeah. I found that was the key.
Yeah.
But so from there, what did we do? I don't think I saw you then until national finals, right? We went from Vietnam.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't have. Oh, sad.
Yeah. But see, that's the other thing. So then you have
Vietnam was May? Was it May?
May. Mm-hmm. And the finals were in
July,
August.
So 3 months.
Yeah.
In between.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of like no contact.
No consistent.
No. So then the judging panel varies, right? So
yes.
And it doesn't really start until you get to national final week. That's sort of like the crunch time, I guess, like the main judging process.
Like
Yes.
the highest stakes. Sort of.
Well, so we judge at the state finals, obviously. So there's usually about 30 girls that are selected at each state final.
Yeah.
And then you pick however many are going forwards into like national finals, which was 31, 32, 31. And then the real selection starts in national finals week. So the runway night, so they do a runway show, which is like swimwear, with activewear as well.
Activewear and then your gown.
Yes, and then you do your gown. You do like a little, hi, my name is. I'm a good time.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
So the selection committee for that first runway show is made up of some people the same, but also different people to the final. And honestly, it was so much better for me because I'd been to Vietnam and I'd gotten to know each of the girls really well. I saw them working in like a group environment, under pressure, under a hectic work schedule. You know, how they react and stuff with not much sleep. It gave me a much clearer picture on, you know, who each of you were kind of at the root.
Which is important.
Super important.
Yeah.
Because there are some judges on the selection committee that the first time they're having any interaction with the girls is literally watching them walk down a runway. Well, you can imagine how difficult that is.
Yeah. What are you judging off? Like a 5-minute walk and maybe 2 words.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before that night, so they pretty much briefing, like you would obviously know what that would be about because you had been in there the whole time. But I guess if you're the new person on the selection, are they just saying, all right, pick your fave 10 girls?
Yes.
Right?
So for the runway night, it was you had to select your top 10. It was top 10. And it wasn't necessarily in like order of like, you know, number 1, number 2. So it was just whoever you thought deserved to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
So then they take that and they collate it and then they give you – I actually think at the final night they told us who – gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think the top 10 is selected from the runway.
Yeah.
Already. Like it's pre-done from that. And then from that top 10 at the finals night, we then would to choose a top 5.
Gotcha.
And then you choose – and I think it was like any top 5 and then it was top 5 in order. So like who was your number 1, your number 2, your number 3 kind of a thing.
So you're submitting 3 different votes.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And the judging panel remains the same for those 3 different votes?
No, it changed. So from the runway, we did that first. Was that on the Tuesday night that week?
Tuesday.
So you would choose your top 10 from that with whoever was on the selection committee.
I think your interview was
there is
the same
interview.
Day.
Oh, the
was
interview.
Was it the Tuesday
so
too?
You know what? You've just reminded me.
Yeah.
I did have to select top. It was either top 5 or top 10 from the interview as well. There was voting involved. You had to write down.
Yeah.
And then the runway show. Yeah. So it's 3 different judging, like essentially, 3 different judging. But the selection committee was different for the interview, different for the runway show, and different for the final evening.
You would think that's a bare minimum when it comes to a competition that's based on so many different elements of someone's character, personality, how you said like their adaptability in different environments, how they speak, how they walk, you know?
Yeah.
You would think that having the judging panel, selection committee,
the same,
be consistent would be bare minimum because then you guys are getting the entire picture of what a contestant is showing throughout this entire experience.
Yeah.
How are you then swapping out judges or eliminating some or adding some? How are you passing on
like notes kind of a thing?
Yeah. Like, and
there wasn't any passing on of anything.
It's just,
really.
okay, you can judge.
Yeah. It was like, you know, whatever you think sort of on the night. Yeah.
Seems a bit blasé.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Because then we did the closed door meeting interview, which was a big part of your score, I guess. Then the runway, they select their top 10. So by the Tuesday, they already know the top 10. apparently.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Except we didn't know. So
you guys didn't know.
yeah, we didn't actually know until the final night.
Yeah.
And it was revealed sort of right before we came and were seated at the judging panel.
Got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was like nervous. I was like,
So when you were about to announce it,
Mhm.
you find out like 10 minutes before that.
yeah, essentially. Well, you guys
For the
did
top 10.
Yeah, you did your walk and stuff, which was probably like 20 minutes all up, and then
Yeah.
it was announced. So we didn't know. Yeah, very long before. No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah.
You're like, wow, I'm learning so much.
Do the judges kind of speak between each other?
Not hugely. Like, I think it was sort of encouraged to have your own opinion and not kind of get bogged down in, you know, what someone else thought, sort of a thing. There was a little bit of chatter, but not a heap. It's not like it was like a group selection sort of a thing. It was like you chose who you thought. And then they were to take, you know, each of the clipboards away and sort of collate the results so that it was done independently, if that makes sense.
Between how many judges
Well,
at the end?
for the runway, I think was there about 8, 7,
yeah.
8 people
Yeah,
for the runway.
something like
The
that.
panel was much smaller. There was
Yeah.
maybe 6,
Yep, I reckon.
maybe 6 of us for the interview panel.
Yep.
And then the final night was it?
About
9?
8 or 9.
Yeah, it was a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot of people. Like there was some crossover. Like there was some crossover from like the interview. There were probably
Like some people were pretty consistent, like you were.
yeah.
You
I
were
was
there
on.
the whole
I was on
time.
every panel.
There was like
But it was
probably 3 or
important to
4.
me, and I stipulated because there had been some discussion about me only being on certain panels, and I was
Yeah.
like, no, guys, like if you want,
Yeah.
like I need to see everything and to be able to, because
Yeah.
otherwise,
Because you
it's-
took it seriously. Like
yeah,
you're there
super
for
serious. I came to Vietnam.
yeah, like you're there for a reason and
Yeah.
you're taking it super seriously and
Making sure it's fair.
yeah, and
Mm.
she's seeing it as like from my perspective, it's like, yeah, you came in for the right reasons in the way of you actually want to mentor these girls. You want them to be the best they can. You want to be there for them. And you want the girl who's going to represent Australia to
Yeah.
win
Yeah.
and be a ambassador for younger people. Like I think you saw it as that deep.
Yeah, no, I
And
did.
some
yeah.
people did. You know, for me, was a deep thing for me too.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I could see you were taking it seriously, which is why you wanted to be there for
Mhm.
every single thing.
Yeah.
Whereas some people come in and, you know, it's a different
Mm.
energy. But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, then you guys would find out the top 10 on stage or just 10 minutes, before they announced it.
Yeah, so we did know the top 10, before you guys were on stage.
Yeah.
And then they obviously announced the top 10 to you guys on stage.
On stage, yeah.
And then you do more walking and like
Yeah.
some questions and things like that.
Yeah.
And then we select top 5. So we were to write down, I'm pretty sure it was top 5 in any order.
Yeah.
And then the top 5 were like, obviously they take all the clipboards and then they count, you know, the votes and whatnot. And then you come back and then we were to select our top 5 in order.
Mm.
So who,
After we'd answered the question or before?
after you'd answered the
After.
question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
So how are the questions curated?
We were given the questions literally before we came out.
For top
Mm.
10.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Top
wasn't.
5 we had known the question.
It was the same question for
Mm.
each of you in top 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for top 10, we were just given the questions sort of in like the briefing room beforehand. I didn't know what was going to be out. I would have loved to write my own question, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Because again, like, I just feel like I would have known exactly what to ask.
Yeah, yeah.
And it would have given, again, that authentic feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have
Knowing,
been
yeah.
like to have a question that aligns with the person who's making such a big call.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that maybe you would be given the opportunity to write out some questions that you would like to ask
Yeah.
based on how your perspective of the girls and what you would like to know more about.
Yeah.
And then that can be overseen and maybe selected rather than you just getting handed a random question.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
not authentic to you and how you want to make decisions either.
No, yeah. No, for sure. I think it would have even been cool to be told who was in the top 10 and then given, okay, now that you know the top 10, write a question based on how much you know of these girls. Like so that it was fair.
Yeah.
Like and gave you the opportunity to really ask something that each of them could like sort of identify with and, you know, answer truthfully and well. Because I do think a lot of the questions there are like a little bit of like a jump scare. Like it's a bit of a trick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, I heard like our questions for, you know, it's just in Australia, you'd think, yeah, they'd be pretty easy, not easy, but relatable for everyone. And then I hear the Miss Universe, their questions are more relatable. Like they made their questions, something that you would expect you would be asked, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas ours was so
like random.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know who wrote the question. I don't know. I seriously don't. I was given my question and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then obviously, it's top 5. We all get asked the same question.
You got your little headphones on on stage.
So
Again,
I'm like,
I think I do have pictures of you looking adorable with little headphones on. Yeah. So super cute.
so funny. I was like the last one. And then, from there, that's when so the votes all go in, you all write then your order of who you want first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yep.
We all go. Those votes go to a random room.
Yeah.
And
they collect the clipboard. They took them somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
And then they'll bring them back out and then you're finding out, or they don't give you who's going to win.
No, we don't. We don't know. It was announced on stage. So we didn't know. No. Yeah, that's why I'm like,
So you're
I'm
literally
so glad there
finding
wasn't
out
footage
with
of my
us.
face. Yeah.
What do you mean?
We find out with you.
But you would
So who
think
not?
that, who's overseeing before it's just getting yelled on stage? But also, wouldn't you want to support the final decision?
The winner,
Like, wouldn't you want to be standing there as judges going, we're happy with this. We know what we've decided.
Like
We
you'll
stand
advocate
by
for
this.
that decision.
Yeah. And
I would have loved that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would have loved to been given an opportunity to be like, okay, this was sort of how the votes fell. And then us
Should be
all,
like a jury.
we all discuss together like, yep, we're on board.
Yeah. Or why are you picking her?
Yeah.
Why not? I think this person, and you all like advocate for.
I think that would have been really good.
Picking who is it? Because if it's not you guys, then who is
I
it?
don't know.
Someone in a room.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just going.
I don't know. But it would have been good to discuss and like really, I think that, writing that down.
Yeah, it just goes back to, I guess, a missed opportunity to take this bunch of beautiful girls who you said have all, really taken on this experience as an opportunity to connect, and they all got along so well, to then support them throughout the whole thing and not leave this disconnect between the contestants and the judges and the hierarchy of this entire competition. It just leaves a weird taste in your mouth, I guess, being a part of something and being left out of things.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
That's just so weird to me. I would hate to stand up, be in that such a vulnerable place, and the people who have made decisions not even know what the decision is going to be and why.
Yeah.
Like you would want to look to those people and feel peace that
they're all happy with the decision that's being made.
so that you can be happy with the decision and not be like, oh.
Shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting process for sure.
Yeah, I just think that when you've got a bunch of young girls like participating in this type of experience where they're literally putting their identity, their personality, their heart on the line, you should be nurturing it in such a way. And it should be promoted in such a way. And I think there's a lot of mixed messages. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, boom.
Well, I'm just speaking from a very innocent sort of outside perspective.
For sure.
That is my perspective, and it actually has been for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really felt that true authenticness from the competition. There's been things missing for me in the overall publication of what's shared.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just think there's such great opportunity for that to be rectified.
Yeah. Yeah. And for someone who obviously went through it, like I feel the exact same. And any big, it's, if you look at worldly events, worldly organizations, whatever it is, it's not just in Australia, it's anywhere. And you look at the big Miss Universe and all the shit that came from that publicly, public knowledge of it being a rigged contest, which is everywhere on the media.
Yeah, you look it up and it's the first thing that pops
all
up.
over my social media. Like girls have, sacrificed their title because they obviously don't want to be involved in it because of how the whole Miss Universe went.
Yeah.
It's that speaks volumes in itself. You know what I mean?
It's ongoing speculation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where, like based on like if you eliminate everything that we're talking about today, it's facts online.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think what you just said about on the back end of my external perspective and then to have you go through it.
Yeah.
When I already had that lingering, it kind of just affirms a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was disappointing, like in all aspects, because like we were saying before, is we both went into that with genuine intentions of what we wanted from it, which is why then it was disappointing with how it all actually unfolded or whatever came from it. But again, I think it's a blessing in disguise because once you do win that title, you are just with the title for a year and you have to do whatever they, essentially want you to do for the next year, which limits you to other opportunities and whatnot. So I think that's something to note too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Because I think for the year after you win, you work on brand deals with the specific sponsors. Well, certain specific sponsors, I think, afterwards, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not like really across sort of what happens after
neither.
the finals night. Like I don't know. I haven't been told. Yeah, I don't know.
And she probably won't ever find out because nobody's going back. Did I cut that out? It's a bit red hot. But no, it's facts.
Yeah.
Like you guys have had your experience.
Yeah. But I'm glad we met.
Yeah.
I'm
exactly.
so glad we met.
Yeah.
But just before we move on, because again, we could talk about this for so long.
Hours.
For
Literally hours. Yeah.
But are you going to do it again next year?
No, I'm not. Yep. No. I had the meeting with them. I think it was 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And I said no.
Yeah.
No, not this time.
You gave it a go, like I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I learned a lot from it and I do, like the meeting you guys was just, you're all so special. So
yeah. There's so much potential there. Like there's so much that, especially now, truly the world needs genuine representation.
Yes.
And when it's not that, it's fucking so disappointing because you're like, this is why we're never going to get ahead in where we are in the world right now. Like this is the reason. The politics involved, whatever is involved, it's always going to be there in big corporations. Like it's just how it is. And it's disappointing because you see how many young girls actually need to look up to someone and be like, she's genuinely there to help.
And she's got true passions about things that are going to help
anything.
Yeah.
Like,
help anything.
But use it for the right reasons and know that she earned it and she worked hard and she deserved it.
Yeah.
Because I've had so much shit and it's like what I've been told and whatnot. And it's like, it's fine for you to tell me that I deserved it and I should have whatever it was. But it's never gonna. I don't know.
It's so hard to say.
Yeah.
I think too with any kind of pageant though, it's looked at like people would probably be like, oh, well, if you're judging, a beauty pageant, like for lack of a better word, it's a beauty pageant.
Yeah.
That we'd only be looking, and I mean, I can only speak for myself. Like I don't know for other people on the selection committee, but like we'd only be looking for, you know, whoever looks great on stage kind of a thing, or whoever looks like hot in a bikini but it was not like that for me at all. Like that's why, you know, I came on the trip and everything, and I wanted to get to know you guys on a deeper level, and because it's so important who you put up there to represent us as a country.
Yeah.
Like they've got to have great work ethic. They've got to have good like morals and values, and like it's so much more than, you know, how you look on stage kind of a thing. But I think it's pageants are very frequently misinterpreted as just looking, you know, pretty in a tiara.
But I think any pageant now, it's all changed. Like it's not how it used to be where, you know, Jen Hawkins was the it girl for Australia. Like there's a reason why she was the last Australian that won, was because she was so genuine and you could feel that.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to represent a country. Whereas it's all changed now. There's so much politics and whatever involved.
Yeah, there is.
And I don't see it ever going back to being that way.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
In my opinion. So I
well, you should know regardless, you carried yourself so well. You did so well, and you were so true to yourself and so authentic, and no notes from me, babe. I thought you were great.
Yeah.
You did so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did commit and do what you wanted to do with that experience.
Yeah. And it was a big learning lesson, and definitely made me grow a lot. And it's hard when you have, I guess, a dream for so long, because you're like, you know, and then when it doesn't live up to that expectation, or you're like, oh, you see different sides to whatever it is, it's confronting and like a bit disappointing. But then you're like, all right, that wasn't actually the path for me. So then you pivot. You know, you use what you learnt there, take the good, take the bad, whatever it is. There's always going to be good and bad in anything. And then use it for something else. So I definitely took that from it.
I have a question for you both.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Would you, if you saw the 18, 19-year-old version of yourselves standing on the other side of the room and they're both saying to you, I want to do the competition, I want to do the pageant, what would you say to those girls?
If it was me, I would probably, just for the amount that you can learn and grow, I would probably be like, yeah, just do it. Just try and be confident and just do it. But I'm also that kind of personality. I'm like, jump in the deep end and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I also have an amazing support network, and I always did. I don't think that you could do it without support, like a really good, because it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably like if you know, gun to my head, like that's probably,
Okay, wait, let me change it. 29-year-old you standing there, what would you say?
What? No. Well, a 29-year-old me, I already had, you know, a sizable career in social media. It wouldn't have benefited me. I don't think doing it would have benefited me in any way.
Yeah, I guess that's
it changes it.
Yeah. The benefits change. The value of it is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
And I think by 29 I was also, I'd probably learned all of those lessons already. Yeah. I wouldn't have needed to relearn them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If you're going into it just to do it and just because you want to say you did it, then sure. But you need to also be switched on with the reality of things like that, and not go into it blind, I suppose, and be like, okay, what is my purpose in doing it, and really have that down. You're going in it to do the courses and to tick off public speaking, to tick off walking, whatever it might be, then cool, go and do that. You're going in it to win, which is what I was going in it for. You need to be aware that there's more moving parts than just what you think, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and also have, like Nikkia said, your support system on standby so that you have people you can trust sort of overseeing, I guess, the expectations that arise and when it comes to the content side of things. Yeah, just being on top of all of those things, because there's so many gray areas when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And you can easily be swept up into what you think you should be doing and how much you think you need to do when you think you need to impress people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
At
can
the end of the
lose
day,
size.
You just want real, like, people to be real, honest, authentic, and like a lot of it isn't that, which is disappointing. But that's why I guess even for us now, that was a big motivation doing that. You learn, okay, what do we want to build? We want to build a space where people know that when they listen to us, we're going to tell the truth. We're going to be real about things that we go through, speaking from our perspective and our experience. That's all we're ever going to speak on is what we went through. And I think we're building that, which is cool. So
yeah, no, you definitely are. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well.
Well.
Well. Moving on from that.
All right, welcome back. We just played a little song over the thing and we're into the second half of the app.
Welcome.
All right, we're going to go into Nikkia's career, if you will, of 11 years. Is that correct?
It is correct. Yeah, which makes me sound quite aged.
It doesn't, though. It makes you sound established.
Oh, established.
Yeah.
Let's go with
Nice.
established.
Yeah.
Let's go with established.
Yeah. So
like
your
that.
origin on social media was YouTube.
Yeah. So I guess you could call me one of the OGs.
Yes.
I was one of the first ones sort of in Australia to start beauty tutorials on YouTube. There was a group of us, like, I don't know if you know, like Lauren Curtis, Chloe Morello. We all sort of started it together at the same time. Yeah. 11, almost 12 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And it was so funny because at the time, nobody did YouTube. It wasn't a thing. Like you talk to kids, like young kids nowadays, and they're like, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up. But back then, people were like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You post videos of yourself online. Like it was so unusual, like not a done thing. So it was a little bit odd.
Yeah.
You were like
It would
considered
be.
odd if you did it. Yeah.
It's such a weird concept to think. I just remember when Instagram first came out, and I've been doing Instagram for about the same time that you've been in the industry, but I started there and kind of stayed there. My sister started first and she was like, Olivia, you need to be posting photos of yourself.
Yeah.
And I was thinking,
What?
I look at my feed and it's like shells on the windowsill with like a filter or like a water droplet on the leaf after it rained. And she's like, Olivia, that's not what you do on Instagram. And she's like, my 14-year-old sister at the time.
She's a cool girl.
Yeah, she knew what was up.
She knew what was up.
Yeah, but that just reminded me of how foreign it was to pick up a camera and film because one, we didn't know who we were sharing those
who it
things.
was going to.
Yeah. What they wanted to see. Like it was, I think, to think back to starting so long ago, it really was just a passionate thing, like something that it was fueled by passion.
You did it because you loved it.
Entirely. Because there was no guarantee you were going to make money.
No. Oh, and I did not make money for like about 3 years, honestly. Like, because I was working full time. A lot of people don't know, but I used to work as a nurse and a paramedic before I did this.
That's our third section.
Yeah. I had like a completely separate career.
Wow.
I did freelance makeup on the side, so like bridal parties and client work and stuff like that. And I actually started on YouTube because I had some clients who were like, can you teach makeup lessons? Like, we'd love to learn. And I was like, absolutely not. I've got no time. Like I was literally studying, working, and I was doing it, makeup outside of that. And I remember one guy was like, oh, you should put it in a video and then we can all watch it like whenever suits us. And I was like, no, that's weird.
I don't want to look at myself.
I do not want to look at myself. And I think it was like a few months after that, like of them continually asking. And again, Brandon, like my husband, he was like, I'll get you a camera. Just do it. He was so supportive from day
he's the
dot. It was
best.
amazing. And then, I posted the videos on YouTube and then they blew up. Like they went viral. So that's how I literally fell into it.
Wow.
Yeah, I fell into it just for loving makeup, I guess.
Yeah. The OG algorithm was our best friend.
Oh, wasn't it?
So how long and after that did you start Nikkia Cosmetics?
Nikkia Joy Cosmetics?
Yeah.
So we started Nikkia Joy Cosmetics. It was about 3 years.
Yeah.
I would say about 3 years into. I'd had a few viral videos and stuff. And I think my YouTube channel was. And it's funny to look back now because you're like, oh, but I think it was maybe like 150,000 subscribers. So it was like very, very early on. But yeah, about 3 years in. Yeah. And we actually started with lashes.
Did you?
Yeah, we started with lashes because I, again, as a makeup artist and with our products, what I've always tried to achieve is to fill like niche areas like that I, as, you know, having a career as a makeup artist, coming across products that didn't already exist or something that I needed or I was cutting and like sort of custom making. Because you remember strip lash. I mean, they're not a thing anymore. This is like how much the time has changed, right? Like I was cutting and like sort of custom building clients like strip lashes based on their eye shape. So we first came out with lashes based on eye shape just to feel, you know, to make my job easier essentially.
Fill a void.
Yeah, fill a void.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we launched the setting powder. Did not expect that to go as mentally gangbusters as it did, but I'm grateful.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And so that's you and your husband that really started it together?
Yeah, we started it together. We had no investors. We literally used our savings to start it and to buy all the initial stock and everything. And we still to this day have not had any investors.
Yeah.
Which I think is it's kind of nice.
It's
like,
so special.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so I'm like creative director. So I do product development, content, and I sort of do a little of like the influencer outreach and stuff. But he literally runs both warehouse teams. He runs the social teams, like the PR teams. I don't know how he does it. He's just like a puppet master, like
so good.
I'm like, I understand why he's so tired. Like you are busy, babe.
The perfect team.
I mean, it comes with its own challenges, but we've been lucky because we've been together for 15 years.
Wow.
15 years. I was 19 when we got together.
Wow.
I was a baby. A
15 years.
little baby.
And now you have a little
baby.
boy.
Yeah,
How old is he?
He's 16 months now. He's so cheeky.
Aww.
I've got my hands full. I don't know. Like when that child is like 3 or 4, we are in trouble.
That's the cutest age though.
Well, he's 16 months old and he's flirting.
Oh.
He's flirting.
They know already. Fresh out the womb, they're like,
flutter of the eyes.
Yeah,
little grin.
And I'm convinced he can make anybody do anything that he wants them to do. Like you just watch him at work and it's like, oh my God, we are in trouble.
How did you find that like shift of it being, just you and your partner and then obviously having the business, because then you're still working individually too. So you're still doing your own content, going to events and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then having a baby. How was that for you?
It was really difficult.
Yeah.
It was so hard. I think a big part of it was we'd always lived in like this bubble of it just being me and him, and life was so easy. Like we'd always been able to, you had all the freedom in the world to do whatever you wanted. And we'd been really lucky, like, because we'd worked so hard, like financially we had heaps of freedom. And then a little one comes along and like all of a sudden, like even it gets to the end of the day and like, because we've always had all the time in the world for each other, it gets to the end of the day and we've literally got 5, maybe 10 minutes to be like, hey, how was your day? What did you do today? Even though, because we've got offices upstairs in our house, so we both work from home. Even though we work from home, like it's literally you don't see each other. You don't.
Yeah, you've got to be more intentional with your connection.
And all the conversations, because the time is so limited, are either about Leon or about work.
Yeah.
You kind of forget a little bit who you are as a person and also as a couple. Like it's difficult to connect. Yeah, it's a roller
then you would
coaster.
notice even like your messages like, hey, it'd just be
It's quick.
about
What
the
you need
baby
to
or
talk
about,
about.
hey,
Yeah.
did you get this done for work or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Whereas it used to
And
be,
you're like, wait,
"Hi,
this is my
babe."
husband.
Yeah, literally.
You know?
It used to be
I
like,
can
"Hi,
see how that-
babe, how's your day? I
Miss
miss you."
you.
And now
Yeah.
it's like, "Did you buy nappies and are they size 3?"
Yeah.
Like, it changes the dynamic entirely. But I think if you're really honest with each other, lots of open communication, because I think, you know, it's a season, and I think every couple goes through that season after they have a baby, and it's necessary and it's important, and you know, it's part of the journey. But if you're open and you communicate, because I was always like, we're solid, like nothing can shake us, nothing can break us. But after going through this, I can now very easily see how relationships fall apart, like, and how easy it would be.
Yeah.
And imagine if you weren't solid, which you guys would. I was having this conversation with my good couple friends the other day. They just had a baby. And they're sitting there like, we haven't fucking slept. Like, you know, I can see if we weren't good and we had a baby, like, it's fucking horrible.
Almost impossible.
He's like, I catch myself just even death staring across the thing. And he's like, we're good, but you're so tired and you just, you know, bicker about things. And imagine if you actually didn't like the person you were with.
You rushed into it.
Yeah.
You don't have the tolerance, like, especially with sleep deprivation. Like, you know, I don't know, let's say your partner leaves a wet towel, you know, on the floor or on the bed or something, and you're like, annoying but cute, like whatever. After a baby, you're like, I could ruin you.
Yeah.
It changes it entirely.
Maybe you should stay somewhere else tonight.
The tolerance just is not there.
Different.
Yeah. And we had a particularly like very, very difficult postpartum period. I had postnatal depression, which again, I don't think is spoken about, like, especially like online. Pregnancy and, you know, having a baby, everything is painted in like this beautiful, you know, love the baby bubble. And that was not our experience at all. Like, it was a really, really difficult breastfeeding journey. And Leon, like, he had reflux, so we couldn't even feed. Like, it was his whole thing. He was just screaming night and day. And I was a mess. Like, I was crying. The baby was crying. Brandon literally held the two of us together like 4 months. Like, I reckon like 6 months.
So, it isn't spoken about
It's not.
enough. And obviously, you know, we don't have children, so it's hard for us to relate, but I think it's still an important thing to talk about, because so many of our listeners would have children. But what does it feel like? So does it hit straight away once you've had your baby, or is it like a month afterwards, or what was like the trigger for you to get?
It probably hit me, I would say maybe about 5 days after going through it. You have this massive hormone dump about 5 days after you give birth, especially if you're breastfeeding and sort of like the milk's coming in and stuff. And because we were not sleeping at all, like
He was screaming?
He was screaming.
Okay.
He was screaming. So I don't know if you heard of like tongue ties?
I have, yeah.
So he had 4. So he had the top lip, the bottom, like under his tongue, and then both sides.
Oh, God.
Couldn't latch, couldn't feed, was screaming night and day. We couldn't get food into him. And my supply, because he was breech, so I ended up having to have a cesarean, which ended up being an emergency cesarean because I went into labour. It was like, honestly,
traumatic.
Every single thing that could have gone wrong went wrong.
Yeah.
My milk hadn't come in properly. He was screaming night and day. We couldn't feed him. And it turned out he had a milk protein allergy as well. So we couldn't even give him formula.
Goodness.
Yeah, it was full on. So he couldn't have regular baby formula because he was having like acid reflux, which was making him scream more. It was full on. So it hit about 5 days. I would say about 5 days after. And I have always, and I'm so lucky to have been, I've always been really mentally solid. I've never had a little bit of anxiety sort of growing up and whatnot, but I'd never had, depression or anything like that. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, if I wasn't crying, I was anxious, about the fact that the baby was going to wake up and scream, and I didn't know what to do because it was night and day. So it was just, I was crying. And I think too, a big part of it is like a sudden shock change of circumstances.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden it's not just you. You're responsible for a little life. You're responsible for, and there's no downtime. It's not like, oh, I'll take 5 minutes off, you know, being
and
a parent
like
to a
debrief.
newborn.
Yeah.
There is none of that. There is
Yeah.
none of that. Like you've constantly, doesn't matter how stressed you are, how tired you are, that little baby needs you. And so you've got to show up constantly.
So do you think if postpartum depression, is that what you kind of call it?
Yeah.
If
Or
you
postnatal. I think it's
Postnatal.
officially called postnatal depression.
Postnatal.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Postnatal depression, do you think if it was spoken about more or there was more accessible information that could somewhat help you prepare better? Or do you think that it's somewhat inevitable to sort of fall into this and then, I guess, just do your best to get out of it?
It would have helped me so much had it been more widely spoken about. And not only postnatal depression, but breastfeeding in general. Because I think a big part of what played into the depression for me was the whole breastfeeding issue. And it's difficult, you know, and it's going to be difficult to understand sort of having not gone through it. But you feel like, and it's terrible, but you feel like such a failure as a woman when you can't feed your child.
So you think you should be able to.
Yeah.
And it's literally glamorized, or it's
so glamorized.
romanticized, I guess.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
oh yeah, your baby, you know, comes out and you just pop it on your boob and it's this beautiful bonding experience.
Yeah.
But it's not like that for, I would say,
Everyone.
more women than not.
Yeah. It's really not. It's really, and like we even did breastfeeding classes and everything. And I remember them being like, your baby like will literally know what to do. No, he did not. The poor
Somebody tell him.
The poor little
He had
darling.
his own, yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't. He
going
literally
on.
he couldn't get, and like, you know, not to be graphic or anything, but like my nipples were destroyed, like bleeding,
attempts and-
like blistering, and it was the
Oh my
worst pain,
God.
like
Yeah.
every single time. I remember my husband, like he would literally have to like count me down, like, okay,
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, put the baby on, and I'd be like,
brace
don't cry,
in
don't cry, don't cry, don't cry,
pain.
because it was so painful. But it's because he had the ties, so like his mouth
Yeah.
wasn't doing the thing that it needed to do.
Yeah.
But had, you know, difficulties with breastfeeding been spoken about more, because I was like, oh, everyone can breastfeed. I used to see all these women like literally vacuuming the floor while breastfeeding. I was like, I can
so
do that
true.
easy. But it's so much more than that. It's so much, it's just not an easy journey for everyone. And had I known that, I think it would have helped me avoid a lot of the torment. Because, and, you know, logically not being in the black cloud of it, I look at it now and I'm like, of course I was not a failure as a mother. Like I was doing everything that I could, but in the time, like at the time, and in your own head, and especially when you've got the hormones and everything, you're like, I am failing. Like, and it's so hard. It's so hard. And I come from a family, like both my sisters and my mum breastfed really easily. Like I was the first one that had any trouble.
Yeah, wow.
So even they were like,
we don't know what to do.
why aren't your boobs working? Like literally, like it was a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you and your partner felt, I know there's this talk about you're never really ready, you're never going to feel ready, but I actually believe that you probably can get to a point where you think, I do feel somewhat prepared based on what I know and I feel ready. And then, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I
like,
know
do
what
you
you mean.
think that that you had that sort of essence in your relationship? Obviously, you've got a business together and you're both working. It's not a light decision. I mean, I don't even know how you conceived. But
Well,
it's obviously like
it's funny that you say that though, because I thought it was gonna take a lot longer to get pregnant because I was 33, like when we decided to start trying. And so I was like, oh, you know, I'm sort of like on the cusp sort of a thing. And technically had we waited another 12 months, it would have been medically considered a geriatric pregnancy, which is terrible.
crazy.
But that's
What
just
does
the
that
medical
mean?
system. So basically that you're automatically classified as high risk because of your age.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is like crazy to me. I'd been on birth control since I was 14. So I was like, surely. And never had a whoopsie. Like, so I was like, surely I've got, and I wasn't that great, like, you know, with birth control. Surely, you know, maybe I had some sort of issue, but I came off the pill, I want to say 6 months before we started trying, just because I was like, I need to get it all out of my system kind of a thing. And then we started trying and I was pregnant. I think it was 5 weeks. Wow. It was straight away. And a part of that was like, oh my God, this happened really quick. I thought we had at least like 12 months maybe of trying. But then all of a sudden we were pregnant and it was like, okay,
this is happening.
Okay, now we prepare.
Yeah. Now this is like really properly happening. So
how do you stand with that phrase then of you'll never feel ready?
I don't think that you can ever truly feel ready. No.
Yeah.
Nah. And it's one thing for me to even explain this stuff, but it doesn't even, and I had so many friends be like, oh, you know, like this will happen and like, you know, be prepared for this. And it's water off a duck's back because you don't listen kind of until you're in it. Yeah. Because I think you're right. Well, it's a survival mechanism. Like if that's what keeps us going back. Like if we really understood, we probably wouldn't go back, you know, kind of a thing.
So true.
But after going through it, like if I was to have a second, I'd be like solid because I know now. Yeah. It's not like a romanticized picture of having a baby. Like I know exactly what we'd be in for and like the lack of sleep and all the things. And and I mean, probably what didn't help is I didn't get maternity leave.
Yeah.
So I was working through all of that and being on camera and showing up on camera and then literally just going and crying.
That would come with its own pressures and then the overwhelming feeling of not being connected with the identity that you once had and trying to relearn how to show up in an industry where it's your whole identity
is on camera.
Yeah.
How long did it last? Like postnatal?
I would say it lasted until I stopped breastfeeding at 8 months. And even after we had the ties fixed, he still couldn't latch properly. So I was pumping like 6-7 times a day, just constantly connected to a breast pump. Wow. And I think once I gave that up and I let go of that pressure of being like, oh, I have to, I think that gave me the freedom to, I don't know, start to feel more like a little bit more like myself and more like a human. But to be honest, like even now, like he's 16 months old and I still don't feel like myself. Like you've got to relearn who you are and you're a different person. You're not the same. It changes you like on like a cellular level, like who you are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes you view yourself through his eyes too?
I should probably do that more. That'd probably be good for me if I did that.
Because he would look at you like,
and he does. The way that they look at you is like you're some kind of hero. They're just like, oh, you know, you're my everything. And I think if we were able to view ourselves, you know, the same way, I think parenting is like, and anyone listening, you know, that has kids, it's like constant guilt. You just constantly feel like you're not doing enough, but it's just part of it. And I think it's probably what motivates you to always show up the best for them as well.
Yeah. So maybe not look to eliminate the guilt, but rather accept it and embrace it as like a motivator.
Yeah. Like you just feel guilty about everything. Oh, he hasn't eaten enough today. Oh, he slept 1 hour less. Like just little things like that you just beat yourself up about, but they're fine. It's just, you know, it's just part of parenting.
Yeah.
But, you know, despite the fact that it was rough and it was difficult and it was really hard and it tested Branch on another level, it is the most magical, like the love that you feel for this little human. It's so special. Yeah. I never thought I could love anyone more than I loved my husband, but then I met Leon.
Sorry.
Aww. You're out. He's in. Nah.
So cute. Yeah. I guess what's like if women are deep in that postnatal at the moment, like what would be your advice for them listening?
You will eventually, and it feels like it will never end now, but it does eventually end. It's time. It's time, and it's your hormones settling, and it's moving through that really difficult phase. Everything with newborns is a phase. Like, I don't know, they might be screaming at 3 a.m. every night for a month or whatever, but it's only a month. And then the month after that, it will get better. And I think you just constantly have to be like, okay, this is what it's like in this moment. It's not forever. And if you continually kind of do that, it does eventually get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a phase, Mom.
Yeah.
It's just a phase.
You got it,
It's
Mom.
just a phase. But like, one phase ends and another one starts.
Yeah,
and you're
the
like,
other one.
oh God, I want to go back to that other bad phase.
I was just
Then
going
he's at a completely different phase.
Yeah.
He's like, psych, gotcha.
You thought the next one would be better.
Yeah.
Take this. For any of our listeners that want to enhance their natural beauty with makeup, what are your biggest tips? Or, yeah, you can even go into like a specific product or something.
Like where I would start?
Yeah.
Brows.
Brows?
Brows make such a massive difference. It doesn't matter the face. It doesn't matter the age. Like if you can pull a brow, it takes you from like 0 to hero really, really quickly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it makes a massive, massive difference. Brows and probably just like, because I mean, obviously confidence is like the biggest thing, with like, feeling sexy, looking sexy and everything. But usually like with confidence is like a bit of like color as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like some blush. I feel like everyone avoids blush, but like brows and blush, you look healthy. You look like you've eaten your vegetables, you've drank water.
Mm-hmm.
It will change everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brows
I
and
like
blush.
it.
To wrap the episode, guys, we've got a little true or false.
True or false? Good skin prep matters more than a good foundation.
True. Yeah, it goes if you've got a good base and it's layered well, you can make a terrible foundation look good.
Oh.
Yeah.
True or false? Stage makeup should always be heavier than everyday makeup.
I've done some editorial makeup looks that look like no makeup and it's taken longer and been more products than stage makeup.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is why it's a true art form.
Yeah, it
People-
is.
True or false? You should match your foundation to your neck, not your face.
Yes. Oh my God. So I've actually done a lot of tutorials around this because I don't know about you, you wear SPF on your face every day, but maybe occasionally wear SPF on your neck and your chest. The color of the skin on your face is usually 2, 3, 4 shades lighter. If we're matching our foundation to our face, we're like a floating whitehead. Literally, it looks so bad. So neck, chest, any exposed skin, that's what we're matching to. And don't match it to the back of your hand. Oh my God. I see so many people like
they
in
always do
Sephora and they're
that.
like, oh yeah, that matches my hand. Babe. Babe. That's not going to work when you get that shade home. You're going to be back.
Yeah, they do always make you put on your hand.
If you're swatching for a foundation in store, do it like try and get like a swatch sort of like over the corner of your jaw and down onto your neck and then let it dry.
Yeah.
Because foundation dries down. It sort of oxidizes a little bit, usually 1 to 2 shades darker. Go off the dried down shade because otherwise you'll get a shade that's again too light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Take note, ladies. Baking under the eyes is officially outdated.
I would say big false.
Okay.
It's if done in the right way. I mean, we're not talking about 2016 Kim Kardashian crazy highlight.
Full bake. Yeah, they used to do it, yeah.
But baking, if done with like a powder that's sort of like suited or like a translucent, it can smooth out, the under eyes better than anything can, especially if you've got like texture and crepiness and So I'm going to go false.
Okay.
I feel like they don't use the terminology baking that much anymore. It's like people
Not hugely. Yeah, not hugely.
bake.
Bake
And now I'm
yourself.
baking.
Well,
We love you.
I love you guys.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Of course.
sharing
Thank
all
you for having
that.
me. Of course.
I've got
Loved having you.
so many other topics and concepts we can
know.
cover with you. So I hope you're ready for next year.
Yeah. I'll
Be
come
back.
back.
Yeah.
Come back.
Come back for round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get drunk on live, on air.
That sounds like the kind of thing I'd be down for.
Yeah.
I'll be straight up.
Drink or spill or whatever they play.
Oh,
Then we would definitely go over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Justin, we might be in a 6-hour
Yeah.
booking.
There'll be some trouble.
Yeah.
We can
Hell
arrange
yeah.
it.
He
We
just
can
said as
arrange
long
it.
as he can have a drink too. And that is why he's allowed in the room.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, adore you both. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
Been lovely
you.
to
We
hang
love
out and
you.
chat. And, yeah, it's been good.
Bye,
Thanks
guys.
for listening, guys. Bye.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
And just remember, sometimes you gotta live
and just let things be.